Hey, what's up? I've got an issue where I try to record this video like at the start of the day before I have lunch or anything, and the problem is I'm procrastinating a lot and not doing it over and over and over, and the more I procrastinate, the longer I go without eating. So I need to do this video so that I can eat, otherwise I'm gonna get a hunger headache and such. So here we go, let's do some solo leveling. This is season 2 episode 4. By the way, I'm not procrastinating because I don't want to watch the show. I'm really excited for this. This season so far has been great. Every episode has been a hit and has had some pretty fucking awesome animation for every single episode going off like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping into this episode, seeing what we got. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length reactions, early access, and exclusive videos. You can also check out my Jent Watches One Piece channel. It shares the same Patreon, so if you like One Piece, go over there and check it out, and then maybe you can support me on Patreon and get extra content for that. So let's jump into Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 4. So close. You can do it next time. You might have to get retested or whatever. Say, oh, I think I had a second awakening. Okay. What is he gonna be? A, S? I feel like he's surely S rank at this point. He's definitely A. S ranks are pretty fucking strong. Doing some scouting. This is exciting. Man, imagine if reawakenings weren't a thing. There wouldn't even be a way to get his rank reassessed. He might be E rank. Like the other guy. No way Jinwoo will be E rank. Unless somehow the system like fakes this power. Because he got reassessed once, right? And it didn't change? Error? He's higher than S rank. I think it probably just can't test. This is not a consistent strength. Does that mean just S rank? He's S rank! Oh my god! Everyone's gathering around trying to recruit him. Oh my god, people are going to be swarming him. You can instantly see it. He's just gonna walk past him. Yeah. I did say that, right? Oh, hey dude. That's some important players here now. He ran here. Damn. Jinwoo's finally like creating a commotion in this world. You're so close. Yeah, not much you can do with them. They kind of play by their own rules. Oh, hello.
ハンター協会会長のゴンヒと申します。このウ課長はトップレベルのハンターです。
Damn. Okay. I kind of always assumed he was S rank,
単
but
刀直入に言いましょう。
he's not.
我々の仲間になっていただきたい。
It might get you more
あなた
opportunities.
には教会の中でも重要なポストを用意しました。現在は5匹の恐竜がかろうじてバランスを保っている状態です。しかしあなたがいずれかに所属すれば、そのバランスは大きく崩れる。
Hmm.
教会内でのポスト、出世街道も約束されたようなものだ。
Mm-hmm.
政府やマスコミの他にも、豪会長の力が及ばないと
So
ころを
what are your
想像し
reservations?
それにハンターとしてもすごい。
Oh,
初の S 級覚醒者、
cool.
80を過ぎたとは思えない体格。
Mm-hmm.
変わる。この提案を受ければ。
But I sense a but coming.
すみません。お断りします。
Okay, why?
結局金か。
Hmm.
俺は戦いたいんです。
Hmm.
それは
I mean, he does need to level
モンスターと戦いた
up.
いという意味です。
俺のいるべき場所はダンジョンだと思うんです。
なんということだ。
I didn't even think about the fact that, yeah, that not being in the dungeons is a big part of
こ
this.
のような感覚はあと20いや10歳若ければこのような若者と分かりました。無理強いはできません。
Nice. I like this guy.
妹が家で一人なので。
私はどれほど落胆したか。この後の予定はすべてキャンセルしてくれ。
Well, it's like 11 p.m. You have no more schedule today.
私は飲めませんが、それでもよろしければ。
構わんよ。
He's just like on such a high from having that conversation.
イルファンソンという男、彼は本当にモンスターなのか？
Hmm.
間違いなくあれはモンスターです。
Fucked you up.
しかし、君を倒すほどの男を捕らえられるかどうか。
Mm-hmm. Send Jinwoo after him. Then we'll get an interesting
絶対に俺の
meet up.
力のために言っておく。
Jeez.
俺の目から逃れられないと思え。
どこへ向かうか分かっている。装備が必要だ。
Man, he wants revenge.
直訳すれば人工異物のことだが、
Mm-hmm.
犯人でも作り出すことのできない上級装備のことを指す。
Makes sense.
ハ
They're
ンターの数が
they're
増えた現在
equipment.
ネットでのオークションでも当たり前になったが、
They level up your stats.
に出回ってる最上級装備は20から 30% の上昇率だが、この弾は魔法ダメージが2倍と破格。
Mm. It should go for a lot. Yeah.
問題は E 級の俺がこれを持ってることだよな。
You stumbled across
絶対に
it.
出所を探られる。E 級の俺がそんな上級レイドに入れるわけないし。
Damn. So he's gonna try to join
募集してるとこあるじゃん。
an A rank
4
just to
年前
justify why he got some good
証
gear.
明写真。
収入面で一家を支えていたようです。
最近ではなかなか見ることのできない高青年。
He really likes him.
巨額の契約金に釣られたか。
報告
No.
によりますと、
本当に捉えどころのない青年だ。
E 級ですって。
It is like a weird thing because he's purely doing it to justify
ああ、戦闘系です
his
か。
item.
なら肉体面では問題ないですね。
モンスターを討伐する攻撃隊。ダンジョン内のマナ鉱石などを掘るサイクル。
There's no way this goes without a
モンス
hitch.
ターの死骸を回収する回収チーム。
He's not just gonna be mining.
利益は大きい。
Cool. Damn.
鼻が敏感なお嬢さんは焼け焦げた匂いにご注意。
Oh, is that's a girl?
攻撃隊が出てきました。
Hey
ダン
something?
ジョンボス以外も倒 A 級ゲートで全員無傷とは。実
Yeah, he just fucking destroyed it.
あれが
Mm-hmm.
ハンタースの副ギルドマスター国内9人目の S 級ハンター舞姫
Hayin, yeah.
シャ
Shaheen.
すさまじいな
I've always been so excited to see more of her.
何かしら今の強い気配。
このダンジョンの中に流れている魔力の波動
Hmm?
これ悪魔の城のボルカンやメトゥスの上を
Oh
行く
shit.
試したくなる
I mean, it'd be a good way to level up if you could slink off and defeat the boss.
E 級マジか。チーム長
The word hasn't gotten around yet that
いい級は
he's
本当 どこに行
rumored
って
to
も
be
こう
S
いう
rank.
扱いだよな。
あと進みましょうよ。道が狭いのにバーッとされちゃ。
あの人本当にいい級なんですか？力が半端じゃないんですか？
行かないんですか？
ここだけ終わらせたいんで。
I wonder, does he get any experience for doing
あまり
this?
奥まで。
はい。
Is it like Final Fantasy where you start like leveling up your minor job? It's like a different level.
やっと一人になれた。逃がすわけにはいかない。
He wants to go to the boss
約
now.
1時間
Oh my god, he has to like
ここ
unseal
がボ
it.
ス部屋か。ボスを倒してはいけないという理性は残っている。
Won't that like end the dungeon? Yeah.
ハンターズに莫大な損害が。
But you get so much XP. Oh no. He's just so curious. Heian? She's here.
そこで何をしているんですか？
Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm so excited. That was a great episode. That was like, you know what? I think that was the first time in Solo Leveling where they've had one of those like stretches of the show that is like not based on fighting or it being in a dungeon or anything. It's just been based on like story progression that I've really liked. Because I feel like not that it's been bad in the past, it definitely hasn't been, but it, like I've said before, I didn't quite have a good grasp on the greater story before. So often when we had extended sections of like not being parts where it's Jinwoo leveling up, it just wouldn't, I just wouldn't be like following it quite as strongly, and so I would be less interested in what's going on. But this episode I really liked. I liked all of the stuff that was happening here. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I like now that he's going to finally start actually being recognized for this power, because it is fun him doing it in private. And excuse me while I turn on the air conditioner in this room, because I have just noticed that I'm starting to melt a little bit. Yeah, it's 27 degrees Celsius in this room right now. Like it is fun him being an underdog, but that can only last so long. Like it's after a while, the him being an underdog starts to feel like, okay, well clearly the writer is like really stretching to try to make him continue to be the underdog. So you can't like do it forever. So like it's more about like, okay, how do you make him either an underdog in a different way or not the underdog anymore in an interesting way? And that's kind of where you have to, like, I feel like for me, My Hero does a good job at it, right? Like My Hero Academia starts with him as very much the underdog, and then does a good job at, despite him, like in the same way with Solo Leveling, despite it being the fact that he shouldn't be an underdog anymore, he still is, and it continuously gives him reasons that he should be. And then it sort of like finds nice ways to transition him into not being an underdog anymore and having that work out nicely and still make the story interesting. So at least to me, My Hero does it very well. But yeah, like I feel like sometimes like a show won't be as interesting once they're not the underdog anymore, but they also can't just keep them as the underdog forever, because that also could get dull. I think this show is gonna handle it nicely, because it can kind of keep ramping up. I also don't think Solo Leveling is super long. Is it? How many chapters was Solo Leveling? Solo Leveling chapters. I don't think it was crazy length. Okay, so it was at least 150. Where is this information? I thought it'd be easier to find. I really thought it'd be easier to find. Hold on. I think it's 200 and something. 200 and something is actually more than I thought it was. It's 200 by the looks of it. I think. So if it's 200 chapters, did it really end on 200? Because that would be very nice if he was able to plan that out nicely. Although that one says 270. Can it please just tell me a number? Like, Is it not that simple? No, but that one goes up to 200. Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. So, but like the point is, it's not, I guess, so incredibly long. Like it's not continuing to go. Like it reached an ending point. So like, I think I can see this series, you know, doing a good job at just like continuing to ramp up in stakes, and then like once it's hit the peak of its stakes, it does something cool and then ends. Whereas like if this was like One Piece or something, obviously you ramp up in stakes and then you ramp down a bit, and then ramp up in stakes and then ramp down a bit, because it's a continuing story, so you need to keep changing the stakes throughout the series. But also One Piece does a very good job at making the stakes go like always trending upwards. So like when you're like later in the series, things are way more important, but it got there like nice and subtly, and it went up and down a lot going up in that time. But yeah, I think this series could like straight up just go whoop and then stop, you know? So yeah, I'm very interested to see where this is going. I'm glad we got Hei in this episode, and it seems like in next episode we're gonna get some more focus on her, because I really like her. I mean, the only like S-rank woman as far as I know, and she's got a cute design, and like from the second we saw her in season 1, I remember I filed her away in my head. I mean, I don't remember any character names in this show. All I remember is Jinwoo, and I remembered her name was Hei something because I like just remembered her character and I filed that away. Whereas like I don't remember Jong-in's name or Gun-hee. I've written them down now, or Woo, but like I've written them down in the past and I always just forget them and never am able to find their names when I need to. But I can try, but as I've said in the past, Korean names I'm so bad with. Like it's for some reason really hard for me to internalize a name like Jong-in or Gun-hee. But if their name was like Bakiko, then I would be able to remember that. So yeah, I also like, I mean, as far as I can tell, he has an item, he wants to sell the item, but if he tried to sell it, he would get too many questions about like, where the fuck did you get an item like this? It's so powerful. So he instead had to sign up for an A-rank dungeon to help out, just so that he could say like, oh, I just found it in this A-rank dungeon, and then people don't really have many more questions to ask. So it's funny that he's like going on this trip not to level up, not to get money, purely, well, it is to get money, but in a roundabout way, purely to get to be able to justify the fact that he has a really powerful item. But yeah, man, I don't have much else to say. I mean, this series I don't do a crazy amount of discussion on, but it is really good. It's really interesting. I'm curious to see how Hei-in fits into the story, and like, is she gonna help him out? I hope so. I hope she becomes like a main cast member, and actually, because I feel like we could, one, use like another good main cast member, and two, just get, you know, more women into this show in general. Not that there's been necessarily a huge lack of women. I mean, there's his sister, who's very sweet. I love his sister. And then there's the girl who he tried to convince, you know, not to be a hunter or whatever. But like, to have, I want them to have like more, you know, powerful fighter women in this, because I mean, we had in the first episode we had the healer woman, right? And she was strong and very cool, and I liked her a lot, but she hasn't really had a role in this series since then, mostly, you know? She's like popped up here and there, but not really much. So yeah, anyway, that is Solo Leveling season 2, episode 4. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.